Hi there, JT family, and welcome back to part 2 of The Power of Passion. It's your brother from another mother here, Ferdi Yennis, and I'll be talking to you again about the topic of passion. In part 1, we focused on the definition of passion. If you haven't watched that video, I want to encourage you all to go and look at it. In part 2, we will be focusing on the areas that you can start taking action in. Now, many people ask me, Ferdi, I don't know where to start to identify my passion. And that is a very valid question to ask. Where do I start? Well, I've got a hint for you today. You need to look at the abilities that you have in order to start that process. When I speak about abilities, I speak about the things that you naturally excel at, the things that you actually enjoy whilst doing. So think of it quickly. What do you really enjoy doing, and what do you think you are really good at? So here are a couple of areas that you can pursue in this process or journey of identifying your passion. The first one is music. Do you have a natural ability in this particular area? And do you actually enjoy it? Again, like my previous example, a lot of people love music. They love listening to music, but they aren't gifted or have a natural ability in music. So it's not necessarily something that will really turn into a passion that they can utilize to make this world a better place. So think of it in both ways. What you are naturally good at, as well as what you really enjoy doing. The second area is nature. Do you enjoy spending time in nature? And do you think you've got a natural ability to fit into that environment? Maybe you are a survivalist, or maybe you like biology, etc., etc. Then it's something that you can really become passionate about. The third area is movement. Do you like moving? Do you like dancing? Do you like exercising, playing sports? Do you have a natural ability in that? Do you enjoy exercise? I love exercise, but I know people that don't. The next one is intrapersonal. Are you an individual that likes to spend time by yourself? Maybe journaling, etc. Do you think you're good at it? That can become a real passion in your life. Then we have logical. Are you an individual that is logical, likes numbers, an individual that likes reasoning, spending time with people and reasoning with them with regards to the logic of things? The next one is linguistic. Do you like languages? Do you like learning new languages? Do you enjoy spending time with people that have a different language than yourself? Next up, we've got visual. Do you like maybe drawing or painting or just being creative? That could become a real passion to you. Remember, you need to enjoy it as well as have a natural ability in that area. Lastly, we've got spiritual. Do you like spending time maybe meditating, reading up on religion, etc., etc.? That could become a real passion for you. You can make a difference with that. Now, does any of these tickle your fancy? Do you really think that in one of these particular areas, if you were to invest time in it, if you were to act in that area, it could become a real passion to you? I want to challenge you to start taking action. The next thing you need to look at in identifying your passion is, where do you get your dopamine fix from? Yes, I said it, dopamine fix. Dopamine is the chemical that your brain produces that motivates you, that gets you going. So if you are in a place where you are not feeling good about the things that you are doing, it's because you are not producing dopamine. You are not actively spending time in the things that you are naturally good at and enjoy. So dopamine plays a key role in identifying this passion that you have. So I want to reiterate, if you are not experiencing a passion in your life currently, it's either because you're not taking action in an area that you are naturally gifted at, or an area that you enjoy, or it's because you are getting your dopamine fix in the wrong place. When I was a youngster, I lived a creative life. When I was young, we didn't have TV games that could keep us busy all day. We actually had to be creative. We had to create something in order to play. We created little car courses in the sand where we played in. We built huts to sleep in during the holidays, as well as we built go-karts to race each other with. So that creativity really stirred a passion within me that I still carry up until today. I love creating. I love building things. It is with this in mind that I want to say the following to you. There are lots of distractions in the world today that will give you your dopamine fix. Just think about it. Do you know that once a person likes your Facebook post or your Instagram post, dopamine is released? But you haven't really done anything to deserve that dopamine. And that is why your passion going forward will be directly linked to what you produce. We live in a society that is consuming all the time. It's all about consumption. And passion doesn't work that way. Passion is linked to what are you producing. And I want to go back to what I said in part 1. If we want to change our society, we need to get to the place where we start producing in the areas that we are passionate about. So here's my challenge to you all. For the next month, try and identify the areas where you are getting your dopamine from. Is it in a place where you are consuming, or is it in a place where you are actually producing something? If you've identified it, and you identify maybe you're getting your dopamine fix from an unproductive source, then you need to change that. You need to put in boundaries in order that dopamine comes from the right areas. So remember, dopamine will make you feel good. And isn't that what we are all after? The next thing you have to do is to take action. Take action in one of those areas that I suggested to you earlier. Because if you take action, you are one step closer to identifying what you are passionate about. That is it for part 2 of the power of passion. I'm looking forward to spending time with you in part 3. I will be sharing with you my deepest passion. I look forward to spending the time with you. Remember, it's your time to roar.